Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've been live as well on the channel, which is a really weird thing to say because we usually go live on a weekly basis. But of course, we had the Go Tour and the lead up to Go Tour, the Road to Kalos event, which disturbed all the live streams that we normally do on a Monday and a Tuesday evening. And then we've also had the seasonal changes, which I'm sure we'll discuss during this live stream as well. But the reason we've gone live today, yay, Sarui is here. Just let me know if you can hear me okay, Sarui. It's been a while, so hopefully I've set everything up okay. Hey Alan, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yeah, it's the 30-year celebration event. Brilliant, thanks for that, Sarui. So yeah, it's a 30-year celebration event today, and it is the all-out event today, which means we're not just getting Kanto Pokemon, which we've had for the first few days of this week. We're actually getting every single Pokemon which has appeared in Pokemon Go already in the wild. And now there is a few exceptions with that. The likes of Mewtwo aren't going to be appearing in the wild. The Mythicals, and also the likes of Larvesta, Smeargle, Mudbray, and Pokemon like that, they aren't going to be in the wild. The more rarer spawns, shall we say, they aren't going to be in the wild. But there is going to be event-themed 2-kilometre eggs, with all the baby Pokemon being in 2-kilometre eggs, even including the likes of Toxel. And of course, Zygarde, of course, yeah, that's another exception as well. That won't be appearing in the wild. But there is also going to be level 5 raids spawning every single legendary except for Mewtwo and those that don't appear in your region. So depending on where you live, you might get Celesteela or Kartana, and you may get Buzzwole or Pheromosa as the Ultra Beast raids. So there's going to be loads happening during the next couple of days. You can see an Necrozma there and a Nihilego. John, you're late. Thanks so much for joining, John. Hopefully everybody's doing okay today. But it is 11:30 here, so we've had about an hour and a half of this event. Well, I've just been sort of prepping myself to head out. Hey, Miss Blue, how are you? But we have got an incense on already, but we haven't had any birds so far. So what my understanding is that everything in the wild has a full odd shiny rate, 1 in 512. Hey Joseph, how are you? So everything in the wild has a 1 in 512 shiny rate, except for the legendaries, which still have 1 in 20. Hey Joseph, finally getting there with a name. So yeah, 1 in 20 shiny odds for the legendaries. Now, from what I've seen online, Rayquaza. Oh, no way. Rayquaza off the incense. Whoa, that is crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. 2,956 CP. The catch rate of these is around the same as a Galarian birds. So expect very low catch rate. But of course, if you are shiny, you can end up pretty much getting a guaranteed catch, but it may take you some Pokeballs. It won't run away if it's shiny. That is crazy. As if Rayquaza was the first one we had. That is insane. Right, okay, we know what to look for now. Yeah, it is a shame it's hard to catch. I think one of these events like this are probably more so around getting the shiny legendaries than getting the legendaries in the normal form, because shinies are the only way they're pretty much going to stay in the ball unless you want to use a Master Ball, which I would definitely say not to, because you're going to get them on raids eventually at some point anyway. So I would definitely not recommend using a Master Ball. Yeah, exactly. So the safari balls massively increase the catch rate during that event. So it's a shame we haven't got some sort of similar Pokeballs to increase the catch rate during today, but unfortunately we haven't. So your best chance is using a Golden Raz and an Ultra Ball. How cold are you? Not very at the moment. I've just been walking up a massive hill though, so it doesn't help. Hey Frankie, how are you? No, I've just been walking up a massive hill and talking at the same time, so I'm a bit out of breath. But yeah, it's not very cold here. 400 kilometers, getting ever closer to our level 78. So 349 kilometers out of 400 so far. I think that's the last stage that we need to do for the level up. Let's just double check. It is. So 349 kilometers out of 400. Perhaps need to stop using Ultra Balls. We're going to need those for legendaries. Hey Chelsea, how are you? How long are you on, Danzo? Probably Cresselia. No, Trico, go out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Cresselia. Nice legendary. Yeah, so we're probably going to be on for about an hour and a half today, or this morning, and then I might have a little bit of a break and then come on again this afternoon sometime. Good, Chelsea. Cresselia now has run away. So as I mentioned before, to anybody who's just joining the chat, these are incredibly low catch rate on these legendaries. Expect around about a 2% catch rate on these. Same as the Galarian birds. Yeah, I'm good, thanks Chelsea. Again, we need to switch out of using... How am I doing it? In what way do you mean? Like the catching stuff, for quick catching? Caught one Regice, congrats on that. But out of curiosity, did you quick catch it or did you just normally catch it? I know for the Galarian birds there was that quick catch method which seemed to increase the catch odds a little bit. We might try that on one of the legendaries. See if that does work. Carbink, Score Bunny, get as shiny as of next week. Week today we get Community Day with Score Bunny being featured. First time we'll see that as shiny on the game. So the quick catch method, which I'm currently using, it's very well known in the world of Pokemon Go. It's nothing new. But basically, depending on if you are left hand or right hand throw, you want to be holding and pulling up the berries. So for example, I throw with my right hand. So with my left hand and my left thumb, I'm holding and dragging up the berries. Can you see the berries moving in the bottom left hand corner there? I'll keep my hold on the screen there, keep the berries lifted up. And then with the right hand, I'll throw. And then as I let go of both hands of the screen, the berries will pop up and then the run button appears in the top left. Now, if you do that dead quickly, you end up doing a quick throw where you can quickly go through things. Now, it's not a guaranteed catch or anything like that. It just helps you clear out a load of Pokemon around you dead quickly, especially if the catch rate's pretty low on them. Now you can do exactly the same thing if you are a left-handed throw. Yeah, so if you are a left-handed throw, I'll try and do a left-handed throw, try and show you an example, but no doubt it will get some laughs on the chat. But if you are a left-handed throw, you can do exactly the same with your right hand. Hold the Pokeballs up on the right-hand side of the screen, and with your left hand, throw the Pokeball and hit the Pokemon. Like I say, I'm not a left-handed throw, so bear with me. There we go. And then you can run away. So yeah, you can do it with both hands. Depending on which hand you throw with, you can lift either the Pokeballs up and hold onto a screen, or you can lift the berries up and hold onto a screen while you're throwing with your preferred throwing hand. So yeah, dead easy to do. Might take you a couple of attempts to just get the hang of it. I think everyone here plays Pokemon Go. If you don't, you definitely need to download it. It's addictive as hell. And especially over the next couple of weeks and months, are doing a lot of events this year for the new player base, in my opinion. So it seems to be a lot of like stuff we've had previously. So I know we're doing a research day classic, a bit like we do a community day classics. They're going to start doing research day classics. So for anybody who's missed out on a research day, we'll eventually get a second one in the future, so you can catch up on. And again, if I do miss out on anybody's comments, just let me know. How many Pokemon have I got in my storage? Is that what you're asking? Or how many shinies, or is there anything in particular? Hundos, shinies, total Pokemon. Thousands of Pokemon, yeah. So I've got 8,910. Shinies, 4,119. Hundos, 949. Yeah, 4,000 shinies. I do delete a lot of shinies as well, so that number isn't perhaps quite as true as what it should be. I delete a lot of shinies. On community days, for example, I roughly get around about 30 shinies on average. So sometimes I might get 40, sometimes I might get 20, 25 on average. Hey Yems, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So yeah, on average, I normally get around about, need to get some incense on. If I haven't got an incense on, just remind me on, people, because we need that for the event. But yeah, so normally we get around about 20 to 25, or maybe even 40 Pokemon on a community day as shiny, but I'll only actually keep around about 6 or 7 of them, just so we're not clogging up my storage. Show me what you've pulled today. We haven't pulled much today, to be honest. We've had a Rayquaza and a Cresselia run on us in the wild. So we haven't pulled much today so far. Yeah, I've only just started streaming around about 12, 13 minutes ago. Crobat. So apparently as well, this event where the legendaries are appearing, the legendaries that spawn near you will be based on their biome. So for example, you can expect to see more Kyogres if you're near a water biome, maybe a lake, a river, or the sea, maybe a seaside. You might be able to see more Kyogres doing that way. And then, for example, you might be able to see more Groudons, for example, if you're in mountain areas and stuff like that. So, pulled a Thundurus and Reshiram. That is very, very cool. Congrats on that. Did we both catch as well? Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. A lot of new people in the chat. That is awesome. Make sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. Do really appreciate everybody who's joining. Lunala, where are you? Lunala is massive, not shiny. Of course, you can't get shiny Lunala as of yet. But 3,136 CP. Golden Raz. Terrible throw. Let's try again. Lunala went for the attack. Excellent throw on that occasion. It's giving us a second chance here, Lunala. Come on. Excellent throw again. Oh, it's broke out on the second one and it's gone. No Lunala. So I've seen online the average amount of legendaries that appear off your incense are between 6 and 12 in a 1 hour incense. So you can expect to see one every 5 or 10 minutes roughly on average off your normal incense. Now that is your normal incense. Don't be using your daily during this weekend. It's mainly all on your normal incense. And even glaring birds can appear on normal incense this weekend and not just on the daily. So there's really no need to be using your daily this weekend. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. New subscriber. Thanks so much for that. Yeah, I'm from the UK. In the middle of the UK. It's relatively quite cold still here, but we are in spring now. I did get my Mewtwo encounter this morning. Got to rank 80 on me pass. We got our Mewtwo, and I will be posting Thunderous. I will be posting a video up on that encounter on my YouTube later on. You'll be able to see if we manage to get it shiny. Again, the legendaries seem to be giving us, I feel like a mod. Again, the legendaries keep giving us around about 2 chances to throw at them. We break out the first time and then we give us a second chance. Hey Nathan, how are you? Thanks for joining, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. Got the Go Past Deluxe, awesome. So yeah, with a Go Past Deluxe, you'll get more encounters. You'll also get encounters with the likes of Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, all of which can be shiny. Hey Rev, how are you? Long time no see, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. So yeah, I didn't end up buying the deluxe one this time around. Just trying to save a little bit of money, really. Spent a lot during that Go tour, as you could probably expect. Did around about over 100 raids during that Go tour, which was crazy. He's not used to all these people in the chat. Won't do it again. Got to Go Pass. Don't regret it because I low-key need some legendaries. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the Go Pass is definitely good if you do need legendaries, guys. If you do need the legendary Pokemon, then it is really good. How to get Blaze Fusion, do you know? So the Blaze Fusion AG, you need to do, I think is that Reshiram? The Reshiram Fusion, so that's with, is that with Kyurem? So yeah, the Kyurem one. So to do a Blaze Fusion, you need to defeat Kyurem White and Kyurem Black. Kyurem Black will give you the Volt Fusion, and the Blaze Fusion will be from Kyurem White. Those are normally only on raids during specific events. We had a raid hour last Friday on the Road to Kalos event, where Kyurem White and Kyurem Black were spawning. So you will have to wait until another event where they are spawning on raids, and then you just want to go after the Kyurem White if you want the Blaze energy. A lot of people will be interested in that as well, so hopefully you can get some of those when we are next out. They always attract a lot of interest, those fusion Pokemon. Yeah, I'm good, Rev, thank you. It's been a minute, been busy due to work. I've been picking up overtime lately. How's the grind going for you lately? Yeah, it's not too bad actually, Rev. We're seeing some nice little legendaries in the wild today on the incense. None of them have been shiny and none of them have stayed in the Pokeball as of yet. We may try the quick catch method. Hone Edge. Nice to see Hone Edge off the incense. One of my favourite Pokemon during that Go Tour Kalos was Hone Edge. We went crazy trying to find the shiny of this, and eventually managed to get one and then get another one traded to us. So ended the weekend on 2 in total, which is awesome. Such a cool looking shiny, this one. Shame the stats aren't any good on that one. So let's quick catch the spawns around here. Never mind, it fled. What did you try and get then? Got a Suicune. Unlucky on not being able to catch that. Like I say, the catch rate on these legendaries are ridiculously low. It's a little bit annoying that they are so low. You've still only got Kanto Pokemon? Well, depending on what time zone you're in, the all-out event won't start until 10 AM local time on Saturday. So you may be a little bit earlier than us, I'm guessing, if you're in the America region, whether you're South or North America. So you may just have to wait a couple more hours. 10 AM local time on Saturday morning is the time when you'll start seeing all the Pokemon appearing around you. And that's also the time where you can get legendaries on incense. So might just have to wait a little bit longer for you there. So yeah, another big seasonal change, what we've done, for anybody who hasn't seen my YouTube videos, is that the perma boosted Pokemon, so the ones that are normally permanently boosted to around 1 in 64, that's the likes of this Alolan Vulpix here, and Bronzor, Lickitung, Cypher as well. Those have all now changed to full odds. Those are all 1 in 512 odds. So there is no more permanently boosted Pokemon in the wild. And that also includes the Mega Evolutions. So the Mega Evolution Pokemon, if you spotted them in the wild, they were normally 1 in 128 shiny odds. Those are now again full odds at 1 in 512. So we have completely removed any permanently boosted shiny odds in the wild and instead given them full odds. The only way to get permanently boosted shinies in Pokemon Go from now on are on raids and also in eggs. So that's another way that they're making a bit more money by putting them behind 2 different ways of which you have to pay for them, either in raid passes or in egg incubators. So it's a little bit annoying that they've made that change, but still, for anybody who's already got them, you perhaps won't care too much. But for anybody still hunting for those Pokemon, it's a little bit disappointing that we've now been given a harder chance of being shiny for you. Seen a lot of score bunnies, of which we will do this time next weekend when it's community day. Who should I use my Master Ball on? I wouldn't recommend using your Master Ball this weekend on any normal legendaries because they will all get a raid. They'll all be featured on raids again in the near future. I have no doubt about that. So I wouldn't use it too much on legendaries this weekend. Save them. Potentially use them on the glaring birds. If you, for example, I used my first ever Master Ball on an extra small glaring Articuno because the chances of me catching it were obviously very low, and the chances of me getting an extra small one were extremely low. So I used my Master Ball on an extra small glaring Articuno. So I would recommend using it on something similar, whether you want the Galarian birds or whether you want a specific shiny to be in a Master Ball. I know quite a few people online have had their favourite shiny Pokemon appear and they've used a Master Ball just so it looks cool on the catch screen. So yeah, it's completely up to you what you use your Master Ball on, but I would recommend not using it on the normal legendaries that you'll see on the incense this weekend, because those will appear on raids at some point. So 3 Master Balls so far. So far I haven't lost a hundo or anything. Master Ball is good for if you're on your last Pokemon. Yeah, so if you're on raids, for example, that's a good point, Rev. If you're on raids and you're down to your last ball and you know it's a hundo CP that you're going to be catching, if you're down to your very last ball, then obviously it's a good time to have a Master Ball in hand to catch a hundo legendary. I think I ended up catching a hundo Deoxys with a Master Ball, with my second Master Ball, because I was down to the very last ball and it's Deoxys, which can't be traded, so it was very difficult that I was going to see that again. So the chances of me being able to get a hundo Deoxys again was going to be very, very low. So it was definitely a good one to use this on. Let these cars come past and we'll work our way down a bit further. Glowing birds are wild and incense as well. Yes, they are. The wild spawns for the legendaries as well as the glowing bird seems very, very low. Shiny is 100% catch rate. Yes, it is. So the shinies that you encounter, the legendary shinies that you encounter, won't run away, from my understanding. They shouldn't be able to run away, the same as the glaring birds, but we will take a lot of Pokeballs catching them. I actually spent around about 100 Pokeballs trying to catch a shiny glaring bird a few months ago. I eventually got it, but it did take me around about 5 minutes of throwing balls at it to eventually catch it. It's a little bit like that meme that you've seen with a Pidgey when loads of balls just come flying in. It was very much similar to that, except it was a glaring bird. So let's see if we can find any more legendaries on the incense. But again, another thing to bear in mind, the glaring birds are not appearing on the normal incense this weekend. And I've got 2 mins for you. I've got to find a legendary in 2 minutes, Jonathan says. We can do that. We can do it. Don't think that's a legendary. About time, John. 12 o'clock means we've got our balloon again. Another seasonal update, as we talk about the Team Go Rocket Balloon, another seasonal update is that every single Shadow Pokemon which has had its shiny released in Pokemon Go can now be shiny as a Shadow. So the likes of Shadow Shiny Ghastly are now in the game. The likes of Shiny Shadow Caterpie are now in the game. Anything that's been Shadow released and is shiny available in the game in normal terms in the wild, etc., is now available as a shiny Shadow. And that also goes down to Giovanni's legendary encounters as well. They are also shiny available with a 1 in 20 shiny odds. Now, the shiny odds for getting them off grunts originally was 1 in 256. I don't know if that's changed anymore, whether we've gone to full odds now or whether they are still at half odds. We'll have to wait and see on reports in the next couple of days and weeks to see what the odds of those shiny Shadow Pokemon are. But we were originally 1 in 256 half odds for a shiny Shadow from a grunt. And then obviously off leaders, they were 1 in 64. Better get out that balloon. I suggest you use Power Key ability if you have enough candies. It's OP. Yeah, it is very good, the Power Key one. It's a spatial rend, so it allows you to see further out than normal. I tend to use Aurora Time as well, a lot, trying to save myself a lucky eggs quite a few lucky eggs. But yeah, let's do that. Let's use the power cure ability. We want one with the background. We did manage to get this one, the background and the move, and it was shiny. Incredibly lucky on that. But let's use Spatial Rend. We've got quite a few candies. So let's put 40 minutes of Spatial Rend on. I think the grunts are full odds. Hone Edge. Shame it's not shiny. Definitely worth putting me Spatial Rend on for that though. Do like a Hone Edge. So let's get back to that comment. Jonathan Dans, what are you trading? Yeah, what are we trading, Jonathan? Did you want me to trigger the best friends now, or did you want me to leave it for a bit, mate? It's up to you. Could do it later today if you want. I'll be doing another live stream later today. But in between the live streams, we can talk about what we're trading if you want. We could do it live on the next stream. Completely up to you, really. I'm available most of the evening, so probably go live again around about 3 o'clock time, around about 3 hours time. So we'll keep on this live for a good hour or so, and then we might stop for an hour, 2 hours, and then go back live again. What's happening here in the chat? Who's yelling at me? Dan Gift. Yes, Sirui, I will send you a gift. There you go. You're welcome. Free, I might be available by then. Right, okay, that's absolutely fine. But like I say, we'll talk about, yeah, we'll trade on the next stream later this evening. But we'll talk about what we're trading in the gap where I'm not live. I'll message you, and we'll discuss what we're trading. Jangamo, no shiny. I don't think we're going to see many shinies this weekend if we don't get the legendaries. Most of these are going to be full odds, so chances of getting shiny are 1 in 512. So we might not see many shinies. Roly Collie. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. Thanks very much for joining, mate. I will speak to you later on. Come on, legendaries, where are you? Yeah, so that's definitely the best way to do it, is if you know somebody in person to trade with, or a distance trade, a remote trade. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. I'll be very interested to see what legendary appears next on the incense. And in fact, if we can quick catch it, because I know that quick catch method tended to work on the Galarian birds. So will it work on the other legendaries? We'll have to wait and see on that. But what is going to be our next legendary spawn, do we think? We've had a Rayquaza, we've had a Thundurus, we've had a Cresselia, we've had a Lunala. So we've not done too bad for Legendary so far. Just none of them have stayed in a ball, which is a little bit annoying. Wild. Will be a Zapdos, I predict, hopefully. Won't mind a Zapdos. Galarian or normal, do you think? We should be back live again. That was really weird. Hopefully everybody's back on the stream. That was super weird. We had a moment there when just there was no internet at all, just in that one area. We'll avoid that on the way back. I'm back. Yeah, I think we're all back now. Hopefully. Hopefully the stream's back again. Loads of spawns. No legendaries. Rhyhorn. So yeah, we had a moment then when we just had zero signal. Can you send us a gift please, mate? Yeah, of course, I will do that now. There you go, Alan. We've got here a garden gift. He's not used to tons of people in his chat. That's very true, actually. It's very true. We've got a good stream going today, which is awesome to see. And for anybody new joining, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you won't miss when we next go live, which will be later on this evening as well. So if you want to see more legendaries appearing on the incense, make sure to do that so you don't miss a notification when we next go live. Now we have got a bit of water about here on the game, so we are now seeing Lapras next to the water side. Maybe we'll get a Kyogre off the incense now we've got a little bit of water on the game. Maybe. What is that? That's a Tynamo. Absolutely tiny Tynamo. Gengar! Oh, that would have been so cool if that was a shiny. That would have been really cool. Come on, Gengar, don't run away from me. Stay in the ball. Yeah, we did have a moment where the stream cut off for a bit. Hopefully it should be okay again now. Gengar, any good? 2-star, I'll take that. Alolan Grimer. Again, Alolan Grimer is one of those previously perma-boosted Pokemon which have now been removed with full odds again now. What's on this gym? Let's defeat it. Add on. What raids am I going to do? I'm happy to do any raids really. If there's any raid in particular which people are wanting, we'll have a look around in a moment and see what raids are about and we can head to them if there's people in the chat who want to do them. But I'm more than happy to do any raids. It's a very, very cool shiny King Gambit there. Don't think I've evolved one of those yet. Fuzzy on kneecaps, that is a pretty cool name. Hey Ruthless, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Long time no see. Let's go shiny, and it's got to be Hone Edge, right? Let's put shiny Hone Edge in there. So cool as a shiny Hone Edge. So in terms of raids at the moment, we've got 2 wormholes, which could be Kartana, Nihilego, Pheromosa as well, and also Guzzlord. Those are the 4 things which we could get here in the UK out of the wormholes. So we've got 2 of those, and we've also got a level 5 egg on the nearby. But as we walk up a little bit further, there may be stuff which is already hatched, so we'll keep an eye on that. Just got shiny Onyx. Oh, Zyramazenta. No shiny. 32.99 on the Zyramazenta. Now let's see if the quick catch method works. So we try it on this one. Let's give it a go. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. That's one way to find out. It doesn't work, unfortunately. We did see something a while ago which the quick catch for the glaring birds actually increased the catch rate. So I thought I might as well try it on one of the legendaries, and sure enough it doesn't work. But it's not how we need Zyramazenta. Just deleted our Gengar in that quick delete. Only just realised it when I saw him then on the last page. Bye bye Gengar. Shiny Snivy. Let's go. Snivy, Snivy, however you want to pronounce it. First shiny of the day is a starter Pokemon. Not the legendary we were wanting, but still. I'll take it. That's a pretty cool evolutionary line, but a 0-star isn't that cool, I suppose. Now, what research tasks have we done? We've done a lot of spinning stops, which has got us some silver pineapple berries. So let's start spinning some more stops and see what we get from these. 352 out of 400 kilometers walked. Maybe this weekend we might be able to get up to level 78. We'll have to wait and see how much we walk over a period of this weekend. Maybe it'll be later into next week, depending on how lazy we are over a weekend. Rookedy, Dynamax. Might as well jump in that and do that, I think. Let's just see what the next incense spawn is, and then we'll jump in and do it. Yeah, we'll jump in. Yeah, the stream did lag for a bit. We lost internet connection midway through, but it should be all okay again now. But yeah, no legendaries have stayed in so far. We haven't had any shiny legendaries appear. We've had around about 6 or 7 legendaries in total now. But we've only had a shiny Snivy to show for our hunt today so far. Would quite like a shiny Rookedy off this, so that'll be very cool. Can we get a shiny Dynamax Rookedy? So as we head back up the village now, we'll have a quick look round on the raids as well. If there's anything that catches people's eyes, then let me know. Right, okay, no worries. The stream definitely seems to be better since we've gone to his Prism studio. Definitely a lot better than what we were. Shiny luck for you has been given. Thanks very much for that. So let's again spin some of these Pokestops just to pick up the tasks. We'll see what the tasks are as well. Catch 15, catch 30. No, catch 25, sorry. Solgaleo. Again, can't be shiny. Why does it keep giving me the ones that can't be shiny? That is annoying. What is happening here? I can't see any change in Pokeballs or anything. People go crazy for a few seconds of lag, yeah. It's gonna lag, we're out and about. It does lag. I don't know what's gone on here, I've lost all my buttons. Let's just restart the game. So all the Pokeball buttons disappeared then, all the berry buttons, the run button on the encounter screen. Everything seemed to disappear then, so we'll have a bit of a restart and we'll go again. It's what happens when you play Pokemon Go outside, yeah, exactly. Everything lags. Unless you're in like a big city or something with like loads of mobile signal stations and stuff like that, where you can get really good signal all the time, you're bound to get some lag. Probably even in those areas you're going to get some lag. There's a blue gym here. How long have we been on here? 2 days. We'll sort that out. I only like to kick the gyms that have been on, people have been on for more than 8 hours for. That way you guarantee that we're going to get some coins if you haven't already had them today. Tends to be the way I do things around here. Let's go for another Hone Edge. Nothing better than seeing 2 shiny Hone Edges on gyms, one after another. Shinx? No shiny Shinx. I don't know why I can't decide myself when to claim all Pokemon in a 30-year anniversary Go Pass. I swear I'm way too excited for it. So yeah, have you brought the deluxe one as well? Or have you just brought the normal one? Some Pokemon give some decent Stardust out, to be fair, so you're probably best dropping a star piece and then doing it while you're walking around in between spawns, potentially. Got the deluxe one as well. Right, okay. So yeah, probably best thing to do is be walking around and claiming them in between spawns. So yeah, I've only got the free one. Like I say, saving my money a little bit this month by only getting a free one of each. I'm not really adventuring too much outside of the free-to-play remits this week after the Kalos we had. Kalos Chaos. Got a shiny dragon. What sort of dragon? Dragonite? Yeah, I think everybody spent too much. it was one of those weekends where everybody sort of like looked at the Pokemon after 2 days and was like, is that all I've got this weekend? And then looked at the balance and was pretty much like, is that all I've got? Same words, different reaction when you looked at both things. Yeah, the mega raids were crazy. There was a lot of people who still needed the mega energy for the old megas, so I had to do some of those. Whereas I mainly wanted to focus on the newer megas, but I was more than happy to help people out who were missing mega energy off the old ones. So let's claim that. I think we'll probably delete the Catch a Ditto ones. One, because we don't need the Golden Raz. Sobble, your favourite. Let's catch that Sobble for you then. Hatina, no shiny. I think I still need a couple of shiny Hatinas for the family. So when is our next legendary Pokemon going to be spawning? It's due one around about now. Spent too much on shiny Dragonite alone, did over 100 raids trying to get that shiny with a background. Yeah, I didn't get any luck with shiny with backgrounds myself. The road to Kalos was more lucky for me, because I got a very cool shiny Palkia with the Spatial Wren with a background. That was very, very cool, and it was not too bad on the stats as well. So it's very, very cool. Something I could potentially gold bottle cap in the future. So that was awesome. And then in terms of earlier on in the week, I managed to get a Shundo Articuno. Unfortunately didn't have a background, but still very, very cool to get a Shundo. But for a weekend, I did over 100 raids myself over the course of a weekend and didn't manage to get any shinies with backgrounds, which was very frustrating. Got 4 shiny Dragonites, none with a background. Got shiny Yveltal and shiny Xerneas, again, didn't have a background. So it was a little bit annoying with that. But we did get max energy for the Dragonite. We did get 10,000 energy for a Dragonite. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Nacli is quite a rare spawn normally. Quite nice to see that out and about. So let's see what raids are about now near us. We've got a Darkrai. So that's a Darkrai raid. That's a pretty cool raid for anybody who wants to do a Darkrai. We've also got 2 more Ultra Beast portals. We've got a Zapdos and we've got a couple of Pikachu. So does anybody want to do a Darkrai? Whereabouts is that Darkrai? Is that down there, the Darkrai? Whereabouts is it? That's a wormhole up there. Must be that one there that we just come past. Yeah, that's Darkrai. So let me know in the comments if you want to do a Darkrai. We'll head over to that for anybody who wants to do that. And again, if anybody's wanting to do a raid but you haven't yet got me added on the game, I can share my trainer code on the screen. You can add me and then I can invite you to the raid. So do let me know if you want to do a Darkrai. Darkrai is one of those legendary Pokemons which can't be traded. It's classed as a mythical, so the only way of getting a shiny one is by getting one yourself. You can't trade to get one. Right, awesome. I will start heading over to that Darkrai in just a second. I'll just go back the way in which we came. And for anybody who does want to add me for this raid, I will share my trainer code on the screen in just a second after I've done this Dynamax. Dynamax are Hundo Alakazam. Really do like Alakazam as a Pokemon. Really is cool. Machop 705, nowhere near the Hundo. 730 is a Hundo CP. Yeah, 3-star but not brilliant. 2-kilometer egg, Elekid. Amazingly, I've still never hatched my own shiny Elekid, which is crazy to think. But I've never hatched my own shiny Elekid. Wait, why is my game showing a black screen when I try to get a Pokemon? It's probably just a visual glitch. Probably best just restarting your game. Hopefully that should fix it. Most stuff like that are visual glitches, so a restart of a game will hopefully fix it. It may also be down to internet signal. Picked up another catch of Ditto, which we don't want. Dunsparce. There's a Skidoo over there that we can reach. No shiny. Right, so we're heading to the Darkrai. If anybody wants this, let me know. My training code I will put up on the screen. Just lost a Chandelier because of that glitch. Yeah, you will lose Pokemon because of that glitch. Annoyingly. But yeah, Chandelier is something that you'll probably see a few more times this weekend. I've seen a couple so far today, so at least it's not a legendary. That's a good thing. So for anybody who wanted to do this Darkrai raid, you can add me using my trainer code on the screen, 760780708259. That is available on the screen now. For anybody who wants to add me, I will also put it in the chat if I can. Don't know if I can or not, but we'll see. Don't think I can. That's a little bit annoying now, I can't comment on the chat. But yeah, for anybody who wanted to add me, make a note of that trainer code there, send me an invite, and let me know in the comments that you are wanting any Darkrai raid invite. I have one person who's invited now, Rocket Leader Mig. I just accepted you out. We'll be heading into this Darkrai raid in around about 20 seconds, so if anybody wants to do it, make sure to let me know in the comments as quickly as you can, and I will start sending invites out. Don't forget, Darkrai has a new Mega coming out in Legends ZA, and it will be coming on Pokemon Go very soon. I have no doubt about that. Maybe over the course of the next year or so, but It's going to be very, very cool when we get it. And again, you cannot trade Darkrai, so this is the only way that you can get your own shiny is from raids. Neb, yeah, I've got you, Neb. Thanks very much. So a couple more seconds for anybody who wants to send me an invite. Please do so now before I join the raid lobby, else I won't be able to accept your invite when I'm in the lobby. We'll just check again. We'll start jumping in. So I'm going to invite all the people who have just added me, as well as Alan, because I know Alan wanted to do one as well. So there is Alan's invite. And then the people who added me just, your invite are coming through. So Rocket, Jack, Neb, Hudson. Your invites are on the way, guys. Anybody else who wants to join, you can join through a friends list if you've already got me added. Jump onto your friends list on the game. Find me on your friends list. You'll see that I'm in a raid and you can join it through that as well, instead of waiting for an invite. 2 people in. Hudson's in. Don't have remotes. No worries. Right, let's see if we can get anybody else in. "45 seconds on the clock." We could do around about 3 or 4 people in this. If it's just me and you, Hudson, when it gets down to around about 10 seconds, we'll back out and we'll re-invite to get more people in. Yeah, let's do that now, Hudson. Just back out, mate. And we'll wait until time to jump back in again. And then let's go back in. So I'll invite you again, Hudson. Don't worry about that. Let's invite those 5 people who are online first. Hudson, I will invite you in just a second. Again, anybody else who wants to join, you can do so via the friends list. Let's hopefully get some additional people here for this Darkrai raid. Let's invite Hudson. And we'll invite 4 more people who are online. See if they will join us. We've got Frankie. Just lost your Veltal. That is super annoying. Deltarune. Another game that I've never played before, Deltarune. 3 people in. Hopefully get another one in. Should be okay with around about 4 of us, I'm guessing. We're all going to Mega Evolve a Lucario. It is durable, Darkrai, with the right people. Let's see if Nindo remains in. I'm more than happy to remain in. Hopefully Nindo has remained in, but so maximum effort, Hudson. Let's get this done. Is Nindo left? It appears so. It appears that Nindo has left. I gotta go see it. Yeah, no worries. So Nindo looks like he's ran away, which is super annoying. He could have done that with 10 seconds left of the clock instead of 1 second. That way we would have known. But still, we'll try and do this as a duo, me and Hudson. Maximum effort, Hudson. You may use a few Pokemon on this. You may need to revive a few afterwards, but hopefully you get a Darkrai at the end of it. Let's see how far we can get through with just me and you. So we need to be around about yellow health on the raid boss with around about 160 seconds remaining. That's normally where we like to be to make sure it's doable. Maybe a case of having to redo this one in a minute, Hudson. But we'll see. Let's see where we are with that 160 seconds on the clock. See whereabouts we get to. So yeah, it seems very, very difficult, this one. So we may have to back out and get more people in, Hudson. So if you want to back out, Hudson, press the leave button in the top left. And we'll leave again. And we will re-invite. Don't worry, you won't lose your raid pass. We'll do it again. And we'll make sure to get enough people in. Right, so I'm going to re-invite now, Hudson. I will only start the raid, but I want to see you in the lobby. So let's invite those people first, and we'll invite Hudson in just a second. Sorry, mate, I was getting lunch. No worries, Alan. If you want to join, Alan, you can jump in through the friends list. If you want to join, if I've not yet sent you an invite, jump in through a friends list. You will be helping me and Hudson out massively by doing that. We've got another one in as well. Pine Yard has joined in. Pine Yard is left. Right, Hudson, let's get you back in, mate. Don't want you losing a raid pass. Ein? No. Let's see if we can get Alan in as well. Einwid. Don't think I've got you as a friend. No, I haven't got you as a friend yet. We'll invite Alan. Right, Hudson's back in. Brilliant. Rev is helping. Fantastic. Jackson, Ziggy, Wiggy Finch is in. We've got loads of people in this town. This is awesome. A lot better than just me and Hudson doing it. Nindo's back in as well. Looks like Nindo's going to be sticking around this time around. With a bit of luck. So apologies for losing a lot of Pokemon that time around, Hudson, but hopefully this will make up for it. Alan's in. Brilliant. The community have come together when we needed them the most. So let's get this Darkrai defeated, and then we can start hunting for legendaries again off the incense. Be amazing if you ended up getting a Darkrai on the incense this weekend. Should go down a lot easier this time around. Again, fighting types are the main counter for this. Hence why you'll see a lot of Lucarios, Keldeos, Machamps, Mega Lucarios as well. And as you can see, a massive difference than when it was just me and Hudson previously. Shiny Darkrai does look incredible as well. Goes to that lovely purple colour. Don't think I've yet seen what the shiny Mega one looks like. I'm guessing it just stays that sort of same coloration. Doubt it does something like Dragonite where it completely changes colour. So don't forget, if you are watching for the first time, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell. You can also find me on TikTok as well. We've just started an Instagram under the name DanzoBiggins50. And you can also find me on Twitter with that same name. And we've also got a Discord group as well. 2102. That might not be a bad one. Is it 2136 for Darkrai, something like that? 2102. I've got 2136 in my head for Darkrai. I could be wrong, someone might let me know in the comments. Hundo Darkrai CP. Give that a quick Google and let me know in the comments. Hopefully somebody out of the 7 of us got a raid shiny. Didn't manage to get one here. No shiny for Alan. Catch rate on the Razor is about the same as in the wild, though, looks like. There we go, we got one. Hello and good morning, everybody. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining, mate. 2102 was a 3-star Darkrai. Like I say, I think the Hundo's around 2136, if I remember right. Have we got a Hundo Darkrai before? Let's just see. No, we haven't, unfortunately. But yeah, I've got 2136 in my head for a Darkrai Hundo. Now, incense. We need an incense. One has just finished. We need another one. Hopefully Hudson got something shiny or decent that raid. I know he must have lost a lot of Pokemon that first time around, so I do appreciate that, Hudson, for you rejoining again and sticking with us. I'll join a few more if you're doing any, yeah, of course. Let's see what raids are about. We have a Zapdos, we have 3 wormholes, 2110 for Rev. We've also got a level 5 egg as well, so we'll see what these are. We've also got a Nihilego as well, if anybody wants to do a Nihilego raid. Again, another Ultra Beast Nihilego. I'm more than happy to miss out on that Nihilego if people don't want to do it, and we can head up to see what raids are appearing in the other direction. And maybe something a bit better in the other direction. Right, where are the legendaries from Incense? All right, and saying the last one we had was that Zamazenta? No, we had the Solgaleo afterwards, didn't we? Chimecho, nice little Incense spawn. Jenna. Come on, legendaries, where are you? Right here. That's an interesting spawn. Normally only get this on level 3 raids. But it's interesting to see it in the wild. I think it was Pokemon Legends Arceus. We got this released in the franchise. And it is an evolution of Stantler. It's a different form of Stantler. But on Pokemon Go, you can't evolve it in from Stantler into Rhyhorn, so you have to encounter it from level 3 raids normally. It's weird, legendary raids don't seem to be spawning now. Yeah, it's really weird. They definitely don't seem to be spawning as often now. Don't know what other people are finding. Do let me know in the comments if you're out and about yourself and you're just watching me in the background. Let me know what you're experiencing, what you're finding. Definitely seems to have dried up in terms of legendaries at the moment. We are picking up a few of these 25 Pokemon tasks. Oh, we've got a Tapu Fini though. There's a legendary. Or is it going to be the first one we catch this weekend? Tapu Fini 2362 has ran away. That's a little bit annoying. It's a shame the catch rate is a little bit better on these. Does seem to be a little bit of an annoying catch rate. Just any glimmer of hope of catching it is sort of automatically gone when you click on it and you realise it's way into the thousands on the CP. Starmie in the wild, we'll definitely catch that. I have a feeling that Mega Starmie, which is part of the new Megas for Legends EA, I have a feeling Mega Starmie might be the next release on Pokemon Go. Don't know what other people's opinions are on that, but I think Mega Starmie might be the next one. They announced which ones will be in Mega online when Legends EA was first coming out. Seem to be announcing them in the same sort of way. Catch 25, catch 15, we'll keep all of those for the rare candy. Definitely need to switch out of our... What's that? Clefairy. Switch out of our Ultra Balls for catching. Save those for the legendaries. Right, what is in the wild? We haven't caught one of these yet. Spidops, is it called? We haven't caught one of those yet. So we might start heading to that just to get registered in the decks. Save us evolving one. Shiny Growlithe. Let's go. We'll take that. Shiny Growlithe. This is a very cool Hisuian variant. One of my favourites, I would say. Terrible RVs, but still, shiny Growlithe. Don't know why I'm taking an AR photo of it. What is happening here now? The game's crashed. Caught 2 legendaries. Which legendaries have you caught? Sean Sheep, loving the name. Yeah, it has made the event very annoying with the catch rate being so low. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know what legendaries you've caught and what sort of CP range we were. Whether you managed to catch them just out of pure luck or whether you managed to catch them because of your low CP. I've not seen any legendaries really that are under the 2000 CP mark at the moment, I don't think. They all seem to be very high CPs. Well, let's see how many. Back in 15, no worries, Alan. Tapu Bulu and also Zaramazenta. Both in the 3000 CPs, 1 critical core and 1 golden Raz Ultra Ball. That is very, very cool. Congrats on that. Is that? It is. It's an Impidimp. I was not expecting to see one of those, and we've just had one off Incense. That's crazy. First time we've seen one of those this weekend. And we managed to get 2, one after another, one in the wild and one off Incense. Aerodactyl. Floatzel. So we've got 200 marticles to collect. We're running quite low on battery power now. So we may have to have a bit of a break in a moment, just to go back home, recharge. We'll go back live a little bit later today. Let's go and catch this new registered Pokemon for us. Advisor weekend. 1. Come on. Glowing Bird. Oh, Zapdos. Sorry, let's be the first catch of the day in terms of legendaries, and it isn't. It's ran away. That's so annoying. Yet again, a legendary's ran away. It's becoming the theme of this event so far. So to answer the question in the comments previously, the event starts 10 AM local time today, Saturday, and it will go on until Monday at 8 PM local time. So we've got around about 3 days of this event where you can get legendaries on Incense. Every single legendary is appearing on mythicals, but we have got some mythicals appearing on raids, those that have been found on raids previously, like the likes of Darkrai, for example. So we're going to live stream about 3 o'clock. Make sure to subscribe next going live. But thanks very much for joining.